But first impressions about my travel this time, the people are really, really nice. It started from border control in Frankfurt. When I went to Heathrow in London, when I went to JFK in New York, the border control officers asked me a whole bunch of questions that are sometimes irrelevant. And they ask when are you going back, things like that. But I spent less than 20 seconds in front of the border control officer at Frankfurt. He was like, "You're going to Berlin?" I said, "Yes." He's like, "How long?" And I said, "Until the 13th." He's like, "Okay, enjoy your stay." Boom, go. They didn't take my fingerprints, they didn't take pictures of me. It's like they are so trusting. And that was the second instance, because the first instance that I thought Germans are very trusting is that on my flight here, I flew with Condor from New York to Frankfurt, and then with Lufthansa from Frankfurt to Berlin. They gave us silverware, cutlery here. With American Airlines and British Airways, they give us wooden and plastic knives. It's like they don't trust you. They think you might hit someone with it. So just being on the airplane and being served with actual silverware that I could eat with, I got a sense that Germans are very trusting, and I really appreciate that. And so when the border control officer in Frankfurt just told me to have a good time without doing all of the fingerprinting, the picture taking, all of the those questions that can be annoying sometimes. Um it just underscored my impression about Germans as very trusting people. And then when I come to Berlin, thankfully my hotel room was ready, so I checked in, freshened up, and changed and got back out for my walking tour. So I met Marcel, who was born in Germany, but he's American as well, and he's lived in New York. And he was very friendly, very knowledgeable about the history of Berlin, and I enjoyed the tour. And then I went to this place called Vivilo, in the Hatch. I still don't know the name. The popular market here in Berlin, right? And it's a Spanish restaurant, and I had lamb and potatoes. It was really, really good. 5 stars, very comparable to Maria's G restaurant in Imperial Wharf that I had when I was in London. I really love the food. I tipped the guy. His name was Denise. And then I went for a walk and went to the grocery store. And another thing is that at the grocery store, people were just so nice to me. Like, I didn't know where to find water, and someone just pointed to me where I should go. And then when I was queuing up to pay at the very end, there was a man in front of me. I was like, all right, go ahead. They were speaking German, but I just smiled. At least I thought I smiled, and just said thank you. And then also in the grocery store, there are no cameras in the grocery store. Like, there are no cameras in the elevators, and I saw this in London as well. There are no cameras in buildings, and it just goes, there are no cameras in the streets or in shops. And it just goes to say how much people trust other people here, and how well behaved people are here. And as a New Yorker, it gets me thinking, like, New York, we have a long way to go, because there are cameras everywhere in New York. There are cameras outside my building, let alone inside, because someone will steal something. And it's got me thinking. But I really, really love Berlin. Like I said, I'm here, but it's so surreal because I've looked forward to this trip for a while now. And maybe when I go to sleep and I wake up, then it will all sink in. But I'm going to pray, and I'm going to hit the gym and work out for an hour or two. And work out for an hour or two, come back, take my shower, do my skincare routine, and then go to sleep. It's 8:08 p.m. So it's kind of late. It is kind of late. Yeah, I'm going to sleep, have a long night's sleep, and then get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think I have just Juma prayers, and I'm going to be taking the U-Bahn and the S-Bahn for the first time tomorrow. I hope that goes well.